The other thing I want to talk about is this fucking Austin bombing thing.
Let's get to it. Finally.
Shit. Not finally. It's just so weird. I don't know how to tackle this. Because the only thing that I can remember in my lifetime is the Unabomber. And even then, like, that was kind of random packages to all over the country. This is going to one specific city. Mm-hmm. People are either leaving packages or sending them. A bomb just blew up at the FedEx in San Antonio last night, which injured a couple people. The fascinating thing I find about this is nobody's died yet.
2 people.
Oh, 2 people have died. Okay. Yeah. And were they out on the streets or...
I forget which one that was from, but
Gotcha.
There's 2 deaths.
Okay, there is 2 deaths.
And you never know exactly what that
entails. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was initial or if it was something that happened after
later,
in the hospital or whatever. But 2 casualties so far.
Austin is one of those cities that I don't understand why Austin's a great town.
It's a great
blast.
town. It's chill.
It's a blast.
It's very...
I heard it's getting very hipstery, but
still very politically chill.
Okay.
Like it's not someplace that you're targeting for those reasons.
Yeah. And I gotta look, you and I in particular have a soft spot for Austin. Well, and it's also where I proposed to you. We've been there
by that dumpster
3 times. Yeah. Dumpster
by that special
behind
dumpster.
the Carrabba's.
Behind our special Carrabba's.
No, but I on the reels, like I proposed to you there. Mm-hmm. We love Austin. We've been there a bunch of times. I shot the new guy there. So I lived there for 3.5 months.
If there's one place I wouldn't feel like I was going to get bombed, it'd probably be Austin.
Austin, yeah.
So, and that plea that the police chief sent out, who was it that sent it out that was like, we just want to talk to you, as far as like sending it out to the bomber?
It was their chief of police.
We just want to talk to you and find out your motive, and we want to listen.
Yeah, I find that interesting because I watched that unbelievably. I watched that stupid Unabomber thing on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Netflix is getting a lot of shine for shit these days, but it was a Discovery Channel show. Yeah. That came to Netflix afterwards, and that's where I watched it.
Right.
And it was Paul Bettany was the Unabomber, and that fucking snooze fest. Sam Worthington was the FBI agent.
Understand him.
And yeah.
Kind of fucking American guy.
It was the most boring show on the planet. And one of these articles was blaming this show on Netflix for being the inspiration for this new guy. I hope not. Because if you're going to do it, like, don't do it after an exciting show. That show was fucking boring as shit. Like, do it after Stranger Things. Try to pull somebody into the upside down world rather than, like dig a hole and try to pull them through the ground.
Well, the story of the Unabomber alone
in Stranger Things
will get you going.
But having said that, after watching this Unabomber thing, when this police chief came out and said, just call us, we want to talk, they used a similar tactic with the Unabomber where he wanted this manifesto that he had written out, or he was going to blow up a plane. And
I think they must see the similarities or else they wouldn't have used the same.
Maybe. So what they did was they ended up posting, like they published his manifesto, the Unabomber, when it came out at the time. And, that was eventually how they caught him.
Right.
Whether or not they're trying to do the same thing with this guy, I don't know. The other thing I don't know is whether it's multiple people or a terrorist organization. Back in the day when the Unabomber thing was going on, you weren't worried about terrorists on U.S. soil. You just weren't. So, like, it had to have been somebody crazy in the woods.
Right.
And that was the only thing that made sense. And when they found out that it was somebody crazy in the woods, to me personally, it made me feel safer and better about it, where it was like, oh, it's exactly what we thought. It's exactly what everybody was saying, was somebody crazy in the woods.
Guy, yeah.
In today's world, now you have to consider terrorists. You have to consider politics. You have to consider, like, there's so many things where you're like, dude, why would somebody be doing this now? Whereas you didn't back then. You also have social media, which we've been talking about all show, where it's like, is somebody trying to get really famous and become the next Unabomber?
Right.
What's the reasoning behind it? And again, why Austin? If you're going to try to bomb like a shitty city.
Must be really specific to this person. They're obviously working on a profile, but like, I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
But it's scary as fuck, and they're telling people to stay inside until they catch whoever this is. The problem with
What's your guess? My guess is it's a white guy. What's your guess? White guy, right?
Oh boy, you're gonna really drag me into a racism hole here, aren't you?
Listen, no, people do it all the time. Like, what's your first instinct? I would say white guy, probably because of the Unabomber and because of like ISIS. ISIS MO is very fucking. They do the same thing, same thing every time.
I'll go my onesie twosies without getting too into like diving into a racial issue. Is we'll go whites,
okay,
Middle Eastern. Those are my onesie twosies.
I wouldn't even throw Middle Eastern in there.
I would.
We'll see, but I mean,
to build a bomb, there's a lot of sophistication behind it. Time-wise, money-wise, all that shit. Like, I just...
Right.
I'll leave it at that. I don't... those are my onesie twosies on it. I don't know. Who knows?
There's just certain things that, like, white guys do.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that, like...
There's certain
ISIS
things that
terrorists do
that nerdy white guys do in particular.
And with a manifesto or like trying to send a message of like what is that message? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. To Austin, Texas. I don't know. The motto of Austin is keep Austin weird.
Didn't the Unabomber send to like professors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he had the same type of bomb, and it was like very much this like pointed MO. It was to different, states, but it was like all this like certain type of person. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what their profile is and what all the similarities are between all of them. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be tough to like, the other thing is like, how do you catch somebody who's shipping things?
Well, that's what the Unabomber did. I
know, but like it took somebody a long goddamn time to catch the Unabomber. Yeah. Like, if you're shipping things, because you can just drop it off at any postal location. Not to give anybody any ideas, but like,
I know, but I think maybe. I'd like to say
there's
we have
so many
more
drop boxes and things like that it's just like you don't know. Or
that's true.
You could have a friend drop it off, or it could be a number of people. It could be a collection of people that's helping do this. So I don't know what it is, but this is fucking weird.
This one's weird.
In today's society too, because again, if you're looking for that instant gratification of killing somebody, or instant fame of killing somebody, chances are you're shooting up something. A nightclub, a fucking school, or whatever it is. For those
running people over with the van and then stabbing
trying
them.
To get immediate notoriety and fame. That's the way to go. Not like bombing people on like accident, because sometimes you're just leaving it there. You don't know if people are going to walk by or when it's going to go off. Mm-hmm. Like, you're just setting a timer to see if because a couple of these bombs that have gone off haven't hurt anybody. Where they're just there. They weren't there. Nobody was there. It was late at night, and it was just like, fuck, a bomb went off.
If this was a movie, then they'd put the bombs. The police chief would, ask for this guy to contact them, and then they'd want some kind of like ransom to stop. Yeah.
Or it would be Wesley Snipes. So I would feel safer if Wesley Snipes was the police chief in Austin.
Right.
And he was dealing with all of this.
Yeah. And then it's like a weird Kiefer Sutherland or something that's like doing it. And he's like, hold up. And he's like, he just wants money. He'll take the money to stop.
Yeah. Like a shaved head Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah. And older. We'll have to make this movie later.
Yeah.
Because I want him to be older.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want him to be like an old, still chiseled. You know what I mean? Still Kiefer.
Yeah, still, yeah. No, I understand that.
Yeah.